Hello, buddy. How's it going today? It's Frankie here, and oh boy, it's yet another movie review. And as you guessed it, it's a terrible movie. Yeah, what is it? A fourth movie in a row now on that exact same site that is poor and just damn near awful. I mean, I don't even think it's a sign. I think it's just the movies I'm picking. Maybe it's the duration of it that makes it look that way. Doesn't necessarily mean they should be bad. Again, another movie which sounded up my street is found footage, and what happens? It was another crappy movie. The movie is called The Expedition Tapes. Why did I put myself through this? I should just gone back to when I first created this channel for like, was it the first year? Where I never spoke about the terrible movies I watched. But then I thought, why not just do all the movies I've seen? At least then they get some views. But then it's boring talking about a terrible movie when the movie wasn't good. But at the same time, it gives all of you a warning to not watch it. But at the same time, it's good that you do watch these terrible movies so you can pass your judgment to me to see what you think of it. So yeah, it's I have no idea. There's not really much as I can say. Actually, I have no idea what to say about this movie. Nothing happened. I mean, my first horror movie was it within a month, I think. If you don't remember that movie, you lot. I mean, if you viewers out there remember the movie that did a review on called Far Hope Tower. So yeah, that's my last horror movie that I did a review on. So it was a month ago, anyways. It wasn't that long ago. Yeah, this movie here is terrible. All it had was just talking. That's it. It's about these, paranormal investigators go to abandoned building, and they're looking for their missing crew member. That's it. That's all they're doing. There's no paranormal thing. There's the odd moment of paranormal stuff happening. It was just all them just looking for their crew member. You know, I mean, even at the start of the movie, you had this narration that was talking about, oh, there was these paranormal investigators that are investigating this abandoned building, and they're looking for somebody, the crew member that went missing. Here is the footage. I don't remember ever hearing a voice like that in this sort of movie. Usually they'll just make you read the title. I don't think a voiceover can cut it. When I heard that, I had to double check if it was a comedy to go with it. It's just a horror slash mystery. So going through it, there's not really much. It's just them the way they talk. You have this guy, I think it was a Nigel or something like that. That was talking. He was just describing the towers. Like, if we go into this room is good. We go in that room as well. This is where some of the activity happens in this room. Something like that. Another scene where this, I think was it Anthony or whoever it was, looks for Jessica. There's someone called Lana. I don't know who she is because I only saw Jessica, the only female there. And she was in like, he found it. And she was like, oh, I'm looking for books or something. Then they run out the room as if something happened. I didn't. I heard some sort of like vehicle go by. That's what I thought she meant. Like there was people, there was that security catching. But she said, "Do you hear that noise?" She's talking about something paranormal. I thought it was a vehicle that went by. I, I don't know. And then you just in parts of the movie you see the camera all static. That means something paranormal is going to happen. What is happening currently? I've seen movies like that. Oh, I just hit my nose on this filter. Felt weird. But yeah, in movies like this, usually when there's the camera behaving in a static fashion, a spirit just pops out, right? And it could be give you a bit of a jump scare. That did not happen. Apart from one scene, nearly 50 minutes into the movie, 49 minutes to be precise, just about that. Well, a few seconds into that, but before that, this as you see something like someone doing this. I thought it was a bird at first. Don't ask why I thought that, but then I thought it could be somebody dressed up as like a bird. It's some like animal anyway. But then there was some sort of spirit. I just couldn't tell. That was meant to be the jump scare. I nearly fell asleep with this movie. That nearly. I didn't know. I had no words. This movie is the only movie that didn't give me a proper reaction. Excuse me. That movie did not give me a proper reaction. I just sat there like, oh, okay. Oh, really? Oh, God. Okay, cool. It it's just boredom after boredom. I had hope for this. until I saw that how the characters are behaving. I'm like, nope, it's one of those movies yet again. Um, you get another scene of static, and you get a scene where they're looking for Tom. So we need to look for Tom. I was like, where could he be? He must be playing a prank on us. I don't know, but let's look for him. We can't leave him behind. He's my. I've known him for years. I know his family. His parents will kill me if they find out about this. I was like, you're acting in a movie. You're not doing a regular YouTube video. I've seen better enthusiasm from YouTubers, even YouTubers that stage paranormal videos. I've seen better acting on there than on this movie. You're meant to be professional actors. You're supposed to be like showing some, some passion into it. You're in a paranormal spot. I've never seen them so calm in my life. They act as if there was no ghosts in that building. And that's indeed what happened. You saw absolutely no ghosts until towards the end. Right? When you see like the character just walking through like the bun, like Nigel, I think his name's Nigel. Especially at the end, towards when they show the footage of before how he got to like this room. And you see like this ghost go through like some sort of like doorway or something. Like some sort of like door or something. I don't know, like pathway. You know what I mean when if you watch the movie. And then he follows the person. And then you see like you hear Tom on the radio, not radio, but on the walkie-talkie or something like that. And I'm thinking, hold a minute, is he dead or isn't he? Because I'm thinking the entire time to myself, was he dead the entire time and he was communicating? There was no sign of what exactly happened. It wasn't clear what happened. You see like Nigel pick up a finger of like who he thinks is Tom's. I don't understand. I'm scratching my head thinking, what's going on? What is the purpose of this movie? What looking around? I had no idea what the hell was going on. I thought it was going to be one of those movies that was going to get good towards like the last 10 minutes. It was nothing. I expected at least him to get pushed down the stairs, or him to get hit over the head or something, or for Tom just to drag him into another dimension or something. Usually movies do that, especially movies like this towards the end. And it's a found footage movie, which is a shame because I love my found footage movies. It feels like I'm watching a YouTube movie or something. But this just messes up. Movies like this messes up the found footage theme. I'm so disappointed by that. I really am. Again, another movie of high hopes. I'm gonna have to start watching longer duration movies, at least an hour and 30 next time round, because there's nothing to talk about in this. I have to make this video longer than it should be, because this movie is atrocious. There was nothing else to report, apart from like a few odd noises. That was about it, and apart from just running around, it was almost like they go around in circles. There was no sign. Nothing else happened. And then at the end of the movie, it talked about authorities. We detained Bill, Nigel, Jessica, Anthony. I mean, that's it. I mean, those names were, apart from like the odd like moment here and there, but there's nothing else going for the movie. Even those ghosts, even that ghost scene wasn't even scary. And that scene that was supposed to be a jump scare wasn't even scary. Oh my god! See, these type of movies make me crumble up my words because I don't know how to describe it. And I don't know if the voiceover at the end, like we talk about like they've been detained. I don't know actually detained and got arrested because they thought that they were in on like some sort of crime, or if they detained them just for question to see what actually happened because no one's gonna believe them. I don't know. The person's name is Thomas Tring or something. I don't know. If you want to watch a movie, you can watch it. You're going to only waste an hour and 15 minutes of it anyway. So you're only going to waste that much on this movie. It's only going to last like an hour and 12 or an hour and 13, I think. And then some band plays at the end of it. I mean, don't get me wrong, that's probably the best part of the movie was that band. I don't think I've heard of them. I think it's called Reaper or something like that. I got to search. I think it could be that. I probably won't listen to them, but at least they made the movie a bit upbeat at the end. And Nigel Hartwell, no, admire, respect for being a producer, writer, and actor. That's difficult to do. But to make a movie like this, you need to rethink. you need to. I mean, also, I admire people that actually make movies that aren't good, but actually get on a site. I admire that. Don't get me wrong. At least they have it up there, and that's probably how they get paid. They get money's worth. But if you're gonna make another movie, please make something a bit better, something a bit more longer, with a bit more scares. If you're just into horror, make it scarier. Make it so it gets to the edge of my seat. This I know it's had mystery to it. That's probably the only thing that I didn't get misled on. Where's the horror? Where's the scares? You know, this movie had more mystery than horror. It should have just been mystery. That's it. Like this is where I get misled. Rating, nothing good. Nothing impressed me. If they had a really good jump scare at the end, it might have just gone up by one. But considering they didn't even have a good jump scare, considering it was just boredom, it's got to be a 1 out of 10. You got to have an improvement on everything on this movie. Now, I'm not saying I could do better. I said it in many of my videos. I'm not professional, but I'm not going to do better than them. At least they got it on a site. At least they got a movie out there. That's what they can say. They can be proud of that. But look what you're making, and just at least like ask yourself: is this like good enough? Like was this good enough to actually put on there? I mean, for a movie that's 2008, it sure felt like it was. I mean, I know the movie takes place in 2004, which explains the graphics. Could have had better graphics than that, though. Surely, I know it's 2008, but it can't. It shouldn't be that low resolution right there. But yeah, 1 out of 10 it is. If you enjoyed the video, please give a like, comment, share what you know, subscribe, and hit the notification below. As I see you in my next video.